This month started off very lively. We are filming this video in October 2024 because we want to talk about this really flash news about the October note from the Italian Ministry of Internal Affairs about the so-called minor cases, and in detail explaining you what we think about this note and how the note will affect in a close future or also in a long-term future the new process of Italian citizenship by descent. This is Marco Bersani as always from the Bersani Law Office from Italy, and do not lose any more time. Let's start. First of all, we want to talk a little bit about the note. What is this Nota Ministeriale? What is talking about a deep analysis of the Nota Ministeriale, and so why the Nota Ministeriale is very important. 2. So what is happening right now for the future of Italian citizenship by descent application. And 3, we want to share with you our professional opinion, what we think about it, and what we think will be the future of the Italian citizenship by descent, with some suggestion of what you can do now or in the future for Italian citizenship by descent. Of course, this is very important. As a disclaimer, cannot be taken as law. I mean, we are not the Italian Parliament, but we share what is our legal opinion about what is happening with the forecast of what will happen in the future, depending on our legal and our professional opinion. So let's start with covering the first point. First of all, we want to cover this Nota Ministeriale. What is the Nota Ministeriale? The ministry is shared with all the Italian administration offices in charge for designing your applications for Italian citizenship by descent, the consulates and the comunes, so the town halls in Italy. They share the guidelines, so what to do when they face a minor case. The Nota Ministeriale was created because the Ministry of Internal Affairs received a lot of questions, a lot of suggestions how to handle this type of processes. So from the comune, from the town halls in Italy, from also the consulates, because there is no really clear situation about the minor case. And you may be heard that some consulates are approving, other consulates are denying the minor case, and also some town halls are started a month ago to deny the minor cases, according to the last interpretation made by the Italian Court of Cassazione started last year in 2023. So, what the Nota is talking about? The Nota is simply a document that the Italian Ministry of Internal Affairs shared forward to all those administrations, to consulate and comune in Italy, to say when you face a minor case, you need to agree with the interpretation that was made by the Court of Cassazione in 2023 and also in 2024. If there is an applicant that comes to you at the consular offices or at the comune office to present the case, and you see a minor case, then you need to deny the case because the applicant is not anymore eligible for those type of cases. So this is very briefly what the Nota was talking about. So point number 2, what are the consequences, and so what is happening right now and will happen right now with all the petition. The Nota Ministeriale is a document relating to the administrative process. What does it mean? It means that if you file your application through the administrative path, Italian consulate or Italian comune, then the Italian consulate and the Italian comune had to follow these rulings, these new guidelines, so the new Nota Ministeriale. There is no way that they will differently process the cases. So through the administrative route, they will deny the minor case if they see a minor case. So pay attention that this is a Nota Ministeriale for administrative route. It's not a document mandatory, and it does not create any obligation to the judges. If you have, for example, a 1948 case with a minor case, it's not mandatory for the judges to follow the Nota Ministeriale. This is very important to clarify because it seems by all people scared about this note, and we totally understand, of course, about it, but you need to pay attention about it and be rational. The judge will decide the case on his or her own, so depending on her interpretation of the law, but the judge applies the law, not internal notes. That's very important. Of course, the note can have potentially some consequences also with the court. Why? Because when we go to the court, so technically we have a lawsuit against the ministry, potentially the counterpart, so the lawyers of the ministry, can come to the hearing date and say, hey, now we have the Nota Ministeriale, and so we think that this case has not to be processed because the new guidelines by the ministry. And then the judge will decide, but you're not to think, the judge will decide on his own, on her own. You're not to think that because they came to the hearing date and present a note, the judge will say, wow, okay, I need to accomplish the note. No, the judge will independently decide the case. And we say that because we know, and you know, that there are several courts right now that approved the minor case in 2024. So it's possible, nobody knows, but it's possible that those courts will continue to approve the minor case because, as I said, this Nota Ministeriale is not a law. Okay, so suppose you have your minor case. What you have to do? Well, there are different alternative scenarios that we need to consider. First of all, if you have a minor case, but at the same time, you have also an alternative bloodline. For example, you wanted to start from your paternal grandfather, but there's a minor case there, but you also have a maternal grandfather. And the maternal grandfather, for example, never naturalized. Well, you can choose to use your maternal grandfather and not your paternal grandfather. You have two separate bloodlines that you can use. You are lucky enough to have multiple choice. So you can choose, of course, the line with the highest chance of success. So basically, you can choose. At the same time, also if you have not an adult line, a different line, but in the same line you have other Italian ancestors that you can use. Those Italian ancestors can be used for backup your case. For example, another Italian ancestor never naturalized, then you can use the other one to back up the case, just in case you go to the court and the judge was oriented to deny the minor case, but we have a backup case that we can use with the court. So, it doesn't mean that automatically your case will be closed. That's why you need to talk with an Italian immigration attorney that can analyze your case in detail. So here, right now, we are in a point of the process where all the application now will become more challenging. It's important to have a deep-oriented consultation on each case. There are no copy and paste cases. It's very, very important. So what we always recommend, of course, you have not to just read what you can read online on Google, but you need to talk with an attorney with an expertise on Italian citizenship by descent, and ask the attorney to analyze your case, analyze the pros, the cons, what can be done, the risk of the case, and all the other options that you can have at the table. At the same time, we need to consider that if you have only a minor case, so what you have to do? Let's assume that you don't have many ancestors. You have one ancestor, and that ancestor naturalized when the child was still a minor. And that's your only way to apply. What you have to do? Well, if you are going to apply through the administrative way, so to the court or to the comune, your case will be denied. At the current moment, of course, it's pretty clear that the consulate and the comune are authorized by the ministry to deny those cases. And so, of course, there is no way to apply there. The only way right now to potentially challenge the case and so potentially have your case approved are, or if you have other Italian ancestors that you can use, or in case there are courts that are, approving the minor cases. And those courts, of course, we can hope, and hopefully they will continue to approve the minor case. Nobody knows the future. Nobody can make prediction. So also if you have to ask or to ask to anybody, if the court will be denied or not. It's impossible. Nobody has a crystal ball to say to you that. These Nota Ministeriali were not expected. They came now in October 2024, and now we have to deal with it. What you can do is that if you have a case, 1948 case or normal case that can be processed to the court, we can fight your case if we know that you have also other answers that we can use to back up the minor case, or in case the court already had legal precedent to approve the minor case. In this way, yes, we can proceed. But if you want to go only with the administrative path, given the Nota Ministeriale is very clear. The Italian offices, the Italian administrations offices, so Italian consulate, Italian comune, will likely to starting now to deny all minor cases, also the pending ones. So not just the new ones, but also the pending ones. So right now the only chances are or using other path or going to the court. We know that right now, and we are already receiving a lot of emails about this new Nota Ministeriale. We know that you have a lot of questions maybe you want to ask to us, and that's fine. You can leave some comments below the video. You need to, that's very important, as always, to subscribe to the YouTube channel, because every time there will be news adapted, we'll be post new videos, we will make some new posts too. So every time there is also this argument, there will be new videos to post, you will be immediately receive a notification, and we will be the first to see these updates. We are happy to provide some general answer to your comments, but you need to understand that if you have specific question, technical question, legal question, we cannot provide answer here on YouTube or any other social medias. We need to make a consultation call with you. You can do that by going to the website, the contact section. There's a contact form you can use to or write to us, or to also book a consultation. This is for sure the best way to proceed. Thank you so much for your attention. We will for sure have new videos to post about the argument. We will keep you updated about this, so keep following us. Thank you so much, and see you on the next videos.